Mr. Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a great honor for me to have this opportunity to speak to you briefly on behalf of the Council of European Municipalities and Regions and all the other members of Platforma. We are gathered today to sign an agreement, and as you mentioned already, Mr. Mimica, which will link our 5 networks and the European Commission together for 7 years. An agreement that lays out the basis for collaboration between our institutions and which embodies our shared values like democracy, freedom, justice, solidarity and human dignity. We are about to embark on an adventure that we all hope will allow us to contribute to the changes that our world needs so much. With this first strategic partnership between DG DEVCO, Europe 8 and networks of local and regional authorities, the signatories have opted to stand at the forefront of this change by proposing unprecedented and modern forms of cooperation. By signing this strategic partnership, we are firmly stating together that development can only be achieved through collective action, which requires the pooling together of all our resources, our efforts and abilities. So this strategic partnership is really the culmination of years of mobilization carried out by local and regional elected representatives and our organizations, a process which has been led by CEMR and all the other members of Platforma to secure recognition for the role played by local and regional authorities in the European Union's external actions as political actors, as agents driving through change, as components essential to the development of modern democratic societies. To a certain extent, this day can be seen as the celebration of a long journey that we have made together and that originated from the adoption of the parliamentary resolution proposed by Pierre Shapira, which resulted in the creation of Platforma, the structured dialogue on the publication of the 2013 communication, which was the result of joint mobilization of efforts. Today, the Commission and the Member States recognize that sub-national governments, through their actions, the policies that they introduce and the powers they exercise, contribute to social cohesion, to the economic development of territories, to equality, to the combat against poverty, to citizens' participation in democratic life, and to gender equality on their territories. The movements that we represent pledges the contribute to European development policy and to mobilize all local and regional governments, particularly in Europe, in pursuit of our shared goals. Today we undertake to act as the custodians of the commitments taken by the European Union and to safeguard the ambitions which were announced by the Member States in 2013. And on behalf of all the members of Platforma and the Council of European Municipalities and Regions, I'm pleased to share with you our resolve to work side by side with you, Mr. Commissioner, so that these ambitions can be transformed into concrete actions on the ground. This strategic partnerships also represent the recognition of decentralized cooperation as a full-fledged public policy in its own right, and one that works in a complementary fashion alongside the actions carried out by our governments and the European Commission. We are there the heirs of a movement that has been around for more than a century and which was the dream of mayors powerful enough to overcome national antagonism. Local governments are key actors in the development of a country, and they should be strengthened to fully play their development role. Decentralized cooperation has high impact. It strengthens existing institutions, which provide sustainable solutions for the future. So the peer-to-peer cooperation is built on trust and ownership. Local traction ensures that all local stakeholders are involved. Mr. Commissioner, during your coming travels, I invite you to meet with local and regional elected representatives and representatives from local government associations to show you what we have accomplished together and you will grasp the full extent and impact of the actions being carried out already. I would like to conclude by talking about the year 2015, which is both momentous and portentous symbolically. It is a challenging, difficult time in Europe, and even more so for too many countries all over the world. The decisions that our leaders will be taking over the next few months will determine the world's course of development for the next 15 to 30 years. By designating 2015 as the European Year for Development, the European Union has set forth the goal of raising European citizens' awareness of the major social and environmental challenges facing the world. We undertake to act as your partner by bringing this year's concept to life on our territories, by showing the impact of our actions, and by convincing people of the need to promote policies of cooperation and international development. And lastly, I would like to address a few words to the co-signers of this partnership. It really is a great privilege to sign this agreement alongside with you. It is also a great collective responsibility that we are undertaking together to ensure success for this first strategic partnership for those we represent, for the European Union, for democracy and for peace. Thank you.